Yes, my Spurs family. So we went into this big game against Leeds at home, knowing that if Spurs won, they would be 4 points clear of West Ham, who dropped points against the Gunners. But unfortunately, it finished Tottenham Hotspur 1, Leeds United 1. Mathis Tell scored a goal and also gave away a pen. Honestly, you couldn't write it. You could not. So yes, come on, smash a like, have your say in the comment section. What were your thoughts on Tottenham dropping 2 precious points in our own backyard against Leeds? Look, this was a must win. Some might say it's still a bit of a cushion, 2 points difference, but if West Ham beat Newcastle, then obviously they leapfrog us again, don't they? And we start in the bottom three next Wednesday night against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, where a place where we very rarely get absolutely anything whatsoever. But look, starting lineup, obviously it was the same against Villa. Kingsky, who was absolutely phenomenal tonight, absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't fault Kingsky one bit. He actually did keep us in the game as well. Really kept us in the game. Longstaff, very deep into that 13 minutes added on. Fingertip saved onto the crossbar. Again, absolutely phenomenal. Tell, tell. I don't know about you lot watching this, but it really baffled me in that first half. Get to the final third, and it's like, what do I do now? Like, it's like scared to take a player on. It's. I personally thought we really got going. I really did think we got going, but it wasn't to that. It wasn't that same thing that we obviously had against Villa. They tested us. Leeds United really tested us, and we all knew that was happening. We all knew tonight would not be easy, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Wasn't easy. Look, I'm gonna bring up the stats on my pad now. Unfortunately, I can't bring it up on here, but the stats alone, 16 shots, 3 on target. They had 4 on target, by the way. But you know, I'm actually, in a way, I'm actually thankful that we did walk away with a point, because we could have lost it all in the end. Very big shout for a pen again late on. James Maddison going down, but obviously VAR picked it out, and apparently their defender got just a slight touch on the ball first. So here we are. Spurs still no pen in this Premier League season. You could not make it up. You could not make it up. But seeing this man here, James Maddison, um, who got some minutes, so thankful for that. Absolutely thankful for that. But the biggest downfall is dropping two big points. Two very big points. 2 points difference now. 2 points difference. I'm just going to bring up the table on my pad. 36. Hang on. Let me just refresh that. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. 36 played. 36 played. They're on 36. We're on 38. We could have finished on 40 points tonight if it weren't for Mathis Tell doing a stupid overhead clearance in the box. What was he thinking? But hey, here we are. Shit happens, innit? We move on. We move on, people. But what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts on that? Some might say, well, yeah, Flicked, we still got a point. That could be the point that keeps Tottenham in the league. Look at the other scenario. Kingsky, at least 2 outstanding saves, especially from Longstaff, very late on. Like I said, fingertip saved. It the underside of the crossbar. That could have gone in. That could have been, good night. Good night. I mean, we wouldn't have even been talking about a point tonight. Neutrals obviously laughing because we dropped 2 points. A lot of people want us to go down, but it ain't over yet. It's not over yet. Obviously, we need teams to do us a favour as well as focus on ourselves. We need Newcastle to do us a job on Sunday afternoon. We don't play till next Wednesday. Like I said, at Stamford Bridge, it won't be easy. Won't be easy, boys and girls. But like I said, and I'll say again, let's see your thoughts in the comments section. Do you think we were lucky to walk away with a point? In my opinion, Mathis Tell doing that silly overhead clearance in our own box. He had plenty of time to think of other ways of clearing it out. You know what I mean? But hey, here we are. It happens. It happens. But it's there's still time. Chelsea next, Everton last game of the season, West Ham. Newcastle. They got Leeds. If Leeds play like this tonight, then they will obviously test West Ham. So look, it's is it still on our hands? I don't know. I just think it's actually 2 big points dropped tonight. Two very big points dropped tonight. But here we are. I'm just thankful we got this man back, James Maddison. You know what I mean? Maybe he might even get a start next Wednesday. We've got a very nice long rest now. Think about it this way: Chelsea play Saturday afternoon. They've only got a 2-day rest. We've got a nice long rest now. Now tonight's out of the way. But hey, here we are. Let's see your thoughts. Smash the like, get subbing to the channel if you haven't done so before. Please keep notifications on. And hey, let's hope this big point. Like I said, this point could keep us in the league. We just don't know. But here we are. See you lot on the next video. Take it easy, boys and girls. In a bit. Come.